It's time to look back on 2017 and give you the rundown for what's up for 2018. Because setting deadlines for myself is something I'm very good at. Okay, first up, Manga Macabre. I uploaded like 3 this year, I think. Was Frankenfran this year? I think Frankenfran was this year. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it was last year. Well, my point is, what I'd like to do is have that be a monthly thing and make it ever so slightly longer. I've been experimenting with that because 5-minute episodes do not seem to be much more or less work than 15-minute episodes, but we'll see. What's ideal if it was twice a month, but that is probably setting goals too high. That said, I noticed some editing issues on my end for the last few episodes with a little bit of a desyncing or a piece of audio not quite being where it should be. And that was because my video editor is really rubbish and my computer is so slow and laggy. I couldn't quite tell playback from actual lag. So I'm going to need to take a few weeks off. Maybe we'll come back to this in February and figure that whole situation out. Initially it was only going to be like 4 or 5 episodes for Manga Macabre, like at all, because I just wanted to share a handful of weird horror things I found out, and then I looked up one day and there was like 10,000 views, and I said, oh, fuck. It's time to, maybe I should make a couple more. People seem to be into this. Now, interestingly enough, what I did find out is that there's another dude, I think his name is, Horror Comic Show? I think his name is Horror Comic Show. I follow him on Twitter. Who does something very similar, but the difference is that his isn't horror shit, which is a very, very subtle difference. Very subtle difference. He actually does a good job. So I'm very happy that I ended up picking up the character of the host to differentiate, because if that guy rolled up on me and said, you're fucking plagiarizing me, I'd go, oh, gee whiz, I had no idea you were even a thing until like maybe 3 weeks ago. Now I'm embarrassed to look at your videos because they're just better. But don't watch that. Well, yes, you should watch that, but don't watch it instead of my stuff. You gotta eyes up here, y'all. Okay, so Junji Ito seems to be the bread and butter, but I feel like I should probably mix it up from Junji Ito a little bit. I mean, make no mistake, Junji Ito is a goddamn master. But I noticed that a lot of other horror internet people, anime, tend to focus a little bit, not too much on Junji Ito, but there's not enough to kind of space it out. So maybe we'll keep the Junji Ito at about a 50-50 rate. Ooh, that's actually a great, what's the word? What's that thing they ride around and they go zoom and they look really lame? Segue. There it is. That's a great segue into, probably knows that Junji Ito anime is coming up, and I don't think I'm going to do a Manga Macabre on that one, because all of the chapters are chapters. Well, presumably. They've been pretty tight-lipped on the exact details, but we can assume everything in the trailer are going to be, like, adapted from chapters of his various works. And, I've been thinking about doing something that I can do a little bit more often, a little bit more freeform. Maybe like this, but without me crouching over a very tiny camera to make sure my hands are still in the frame. You know what? Fuck the hands. There. Now we're finally free. So, what I'd like to do is do weekly reviews of that, because people like weekly reviews, right? And I think I'm pretty good at phrasing my content where it doesn't immediately age itself, because that's what I don't like about weekly reviews. They kind of age themselves. So, and Junji Ito is pretty good about staying fresh all the time. Okay, next up. What I would like to do is do another kind of freeform thing where I talk about a series or something every week. If you've ever seen, oh god, I forget his name. He's very good friends with Best Guy Ever. well, the series is called a Great Reason to Play a JRPG, where, you know, he doesn't have enough time in the day to just play it on its own, so he needs to make up a reason to and document it to you. And I was thinking of doing something like that, but for anime and manga. I already know which one is coming up, but I wanted to challenge myself to watch a little bit more stuff, and also give people a reason to watch some older stuff, or, you know, stuff from the not far long ago that you just didn't watch. I think I'm probably going to do Inuyashiki first, but that's neither here nor there. The Doom Train, that's fine. No update there, it's chugging along. I don't know why I wrote that down in my notes. That's probably either going to be weekly or bi-weekly. I'm not sure yet. I'm leaning towards weekly, but we'll see when I start up school. Let's see, what else is in my notes here? Oh, video games. So right now I'm working with my my good buddy Bobby on maybe doing some streaming or let's plays or something. Like, I'll definitely keep you guys in the loop, because I'm sure a lot of you may have actually subscribed to me in the first place for video game content. And I realize, you know, all this fucking weeaboo nonsense may leave you a little bit high and dry. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. The first one I'm thinking of is maybe Doki Doki Literature Club. I have not, like I understand it's a visual novel, but I haven't really seen anything of it. Like, I've gone out of my way to deliberately not know anything about it, because I know it's one of those games that messes with your expectations. Much like Pony Island, Undertale, and Frog Fractions. And once you start comparing things to Frog Fractions, well, I gotta check it out. So that may come up in the future. That may be something I do on a different channel, though, specifically Doki Doki Lit Club. Over here, maybe Lisa? I don't know. You guys tell me. You guys tell me if you prefer, like, a Let's Play that is longer than 15 minutes, like, probably much longer. Until I hit some type of milestone, like 30 or 40 minutes, or even an hour. I don't know what the kids do. You may have dug me doing Let's Plays, and then when I looked around at the other Let's Play community, I didn't really like what I saw. No one in particularly made me upset, but there's something about fake enthusiasm that I just can't get behind. Like, hey, what? In fact, you know what? I'm gonna do my best impression right now. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Naruto Guy 2121 here, and today we're gonna do an unboxing video of my fucking wallet. Pew, 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 pew. Okay, it has a berserk. Alright, y'all, let's see what's inside our very first unboxing, except for no, it isn't. We did a joke one last time. Oh, fuck. Oh, epic fail. There's nothing in... Yeah, see, I hate that. Also, I don't have any money, so I guess I'm going to starve to death, which is probably going to be the end of the channel. Sorry, everybody. But if by some miracle I do manage to scrounge up a little bit more of that quote-unquote ape meat, you can count on that coming up. So yeah, let me know if you'd be into streaming a game or just regular old Let's Plays, because I'd be super into that, and I need to figure out the equipment for that. Okay, what else? Oh, so as y'all probably know, I really like monsters, and I do want to bring back some video games and talk about all sorts of stuff up here. So here's a series I'm going to do kind of frequently, or maybe infrequently, depending on how free I am. That is as of yet unnamed. I'm thinking about the Monster Mash, but I'm not sure, where I just look at a group of monsters in fiction and just look at them. That's gonna be it. And that might be a lot of fun, because there are lots of fictional monsters out there and ne'er-do-wells that I just don't see people talking very deeply about. Like, not that I'm a professional artist. Oh, that brings me to my last point. Artist. If any of you out there are willing to do commissions, because I need some assets to do things, hit me up, especially if you're going to do it for not a lot of money, because I'm very poor. It's not that I don't want to pay people a shit ton of money, but I don't have any money. I know that kind of brings up the thought of like I'm not gonna pull the bullshit. Oh, I'll pay you an exposure because fuck nobody watches my videos. But yeah, if you are down to do some commissions for assets stuff, hit me up, and we'll for sure talk. And you know, if I'm like, oh shit, that's too much money, you know, we'll talk in the future when I do have money. And now I just, you know, have your name in my collection of names I can refer to when the time's right and I have the money. It sounds a lot like I'm trying to get out of paying people. It's totally not, because I've spent a fuck ton of money on people's art before, and I'm happy about that. It's just a matter at this very moment. Didn't pay for this one though. I got this at KrakenCon in Oakland 2 years ago. Pat McHale was there, and asked him to. In fact, you know, I'm gonna show you that. I'm gonna give you a nice good look. There we go. Get that out of here. Get that. Beat it. In fact, let's zoom in on that. There we go. That's nice. So, New Year. Have a happy New Year. And, yeah, for all you guys out there, thanks so much for all your very kind words, and for some of you, your criticism. Most of it has been very helpful, and, yeah, I'm small enough to where when you comment, I'm actually reading it, and when you say something like, this is way too fucking quiet, or could you make these a little bit longer, or fuck you, I'm actually listening. Although, maybe not the last one, though. And maybe not say things are gay because that's actually real homophobic. That's not good. You shouldn't do that.